Someone on my live stream this past Sunday asked, Lisa, when are you going to start talking about the woo-woo content on your channel? Here it is. You ask and you shall receive. 10 things that are labeled as woo-woo and my personal opinion on what I think is worth trying, using, what's been the most powerful changing for me, and what I recommend you give a consideration. So for context, I've been studying this type of content since I was in the 3rd grade. I'm 43. It's been decades. And I'm also a certified hypnotherapist. So I know a thing or two about rewiring your subconscious mind and changing yourself. I'm going to focus on, most of these things are free. Some of these things I practice all the time. Some of these things I go in and out. Some of these I practice weekly. I'm going to start with number 10, and that's journaling. I think journaling is a 10 out of 10 experience when you are stuck in an anxiety loop, you are dealing with a breakup or the loss of a job or a pivot, a redirect in your life. I think writing a letter to the situation is so therapeutic and cathartic. Personally, every time that I have sat with feelings and thought I had worked something out completely, contemplated like, oh, I think I'm over that, and I still feel kind of yuck, when I write a letter to this situation, and yes, I'm saying situation, it could be a person, place, thing, experience, opportunity. When I write a letter to that situation, the pen just says things that I really didn't realize I was feeling. It's like your subconscious mind takes over and you start writing about emotions, and then you start crying. And to me, crying is like an ejaculation. Like, it's so healing and such a release to like let go of that pent up, stuck energy that's in your body that isn't positive or adding value. It's just ruminating in you. You want to get that out. You want to move that. You want to move anger. You want to move sadness. You want to move into the happy. Your vibration is attracting what it is that you are. So if you aren't in a happy vibration, you're attracting more of the other vibration. So we want to move you into the happy. 10 out of 10, I recommend journaling. Now, is it something I do every day? No. Is it something that I forget to do when I'm stuck in anxiety? Yes. Is it something that maybe on Sunday I would recommend as like a ritual? You know, I did do 30 days of journaling in the month of May, where every morning I would go to my coffee shop and I would journal for 20 minutes. I did talk to you guys about that. So healing. Like the first 5-6 days, things came out that I didn't even realize I was still mad about. Like things from like grade school, past relationships, just like things came up, some anger came out, and it felt really good. But after the 7th day, I was like trying to find things to complain about, and I just kept talking about positive, happy things. So I didn't need every day, but I definitely think doing a Sunday ritual, taking yourself to your favorite coffee shop, sitting down, setting a timer for 20 minutes and just getting it all out, 10 out of 10 recommend. Okay, the next one that I want to cover is affirmations. Hype squad for your mindset and subconscious mind programming. I love the idea of affirmations. I use the 5-minute journal every morning. I often skip the evening, which is when you're supposed to say what you're thankful for that happened that day. I need to get better at that. But for me, the 5-minute journal in the morning when I first wake up, game changer. I pack the book when I travel. I bring it wherever I am because I'm a firm believer in having gratitude for what you receive that day is life-changing, because you start getting yourself in the subconscious mindset, good things happen to you. You can actually tell the universe, hey, I want these 3 things to happen to me today. And I'm not exaggerating when I say 50% of the time, I get the things that I write down because I'm consciously programming myself to radiate, to attract, to magnetize that situation to myself. And the universe knows what I want, so it brings it to me. Generally what someone means when they talk about affirmations is you writing out like, I am beautiful, I am powerful, which is what you do in the 5-minute morning journal. So that's why I'm recommending and saying that one specifically. There was a period where I wrote out the same sentence over and over and over again, like 100 times in the morning. That didn't stick for me. It felt like I was in trouble at school and I was writing, I will not be a douchebag on the board. For me, I didn't feel great, but maybe for you, if you're just starting to learn affirmations and programming and hypnosis and subconscious, it would help to like repeatedly say 20 things, like the same thing 20 times, because you're priming, again, it's a vibrational energy thing. You're priming your body to receive exactly what it is you're thinking about. Maybe that's homework we try together. Would that be something that you would want to do? Let me know in the comment section below. We can do a challenge and I can do accountability on the post on my page and kind of share with you some of the things that I'm writing down and how I'm getting through it. And maybe we can do like a 30-day, or maybe let's start with a 14-day to make it more chewable. Some of you have already made fun of me for this one. Crystals. I touched my first like spiritual crystal probably when I was 21 years old. My aunt actually brought them with her. My aunt was very esoteric. She's the reason I had the Marianne Williamson cassette tapes in 3rd grade and I started studying this content. She handed me this crystal and I was like, why is this rock vibrating? And she goes, oh, I think this crystal is for you. And I still have it and it's one of my favorite crystals. Now I mostly use my crystals for offerings. This is getting like way woo-woo. This is like advanced woo-woo. I will leave crystals for trees. I will put crystals in water. I recently went to a waterfall, Lula Lake in Chattanooga, and I left a crystal offering. To me, it's more about like making a statement of the energy that I wish to receive and offering a gift. It's very much like going to a church and lighting a candle, in my opinion. Do I sit at home and like play with crystals? No. Do I carry crystals? Yes. Will I carry a crystal when I have a speaking engagement or I'm going to like a potentially high negative energy space and I like want protection? Yes. Is that something I think you need to do? No. Is it something that I like to do because I have the crystals? Yes. Do I think you need to invest a ton in crystals? No. Do I think crystals add value to your home? Yes. Do I think Spencer Pratt had the best collection of crystals go up in flames? Highly likely. I love hearing about him and what he said about crystals. I'll add that here.
Crystals. What is the deal with crystals? Do you believe they have powers? I know nothing about crystals, so tell me about it.
Do you believe the ocean has powers? Do you believe waterfalls have it? Do you believe hummingbirds have power? I believe anything God put on this earth has energy. And I respect the earth and the powers of God. And so I don't worship crystals. I think they're beautiful. The ones I collected all went up in value before Mayor Bass let them burn to the ground. They were investments. It was a museum grade collection. When I went to heaven, they would be in a museum. The Pratt family collection at the Natural History Museum. These were—
Because of what you've collected.
These were specimens. These are not, with respect to the farmer's market, these are not, what you're getting when you get your avocados.
Yeah.
These are—
How would you describe? Do you think they have special powers, or you just think they're nice to look at? They're good to collect. Like, how do you explain them?
Okay, this watch right here has quartz in it, and it has energy. It's moving. That's as much energy as I know. I'm not.
Okay.
God didn't tell me the details, but I think stones and the earth grounding as much energy as taking off your shoes and going and hugging a tree.
Yeah.
So, which I think has power.
I mean, he's not wrong. Do I have a pyrite next to my computer for abundance and success? Yes. Do I have a rose quartz under my bed? Yes. So I do have crystals in my home. I don't know if that's where you need to start. If you feel called to them and you feel things when you like hold them or carry them, definitely do it. All of this stuff should be like specific to you, like what resonates for you, what you feel called to do. Like when I'm speaking and your body gets like a sensation to like something I'm saying, you like feel lit up or you get goosebumps, that is what I want you to try. People question me about this often when there's a full moon, new moon, eclipse. First of all, do not manifest and do a ritual during an eclipse. An eclipse is not a time to be putting anything. No, esoterically, just mind your business. Do your thing. Like, do not engage with an eclipse energy. New moon, full moon. Have I done them in the past? Yes. Did I feel a shift ever from any of them? Absolutely not. Never. Have never. I'm speechless on it because I know some of my friends like do them all the time and they think that they're so important and so amazing and like 8 Lionsgate portal bullshit. Okay, it's all that's I don't know. What I do believe is there used to be 13 months. That's why there's 13 rotations every year. That's why a woman has her cycle every 28 days because there used to be 13 months. 1 month was based on each moon cycle. You following me now? Yeah. Do I feel new moon and full moon has energy to it? Yes. Do I feel equinoxes are the most powerful 2 days of the year? Yes. Yes. Okay, I want you, here's some homework. The spring equinox is coming up here in mid-June. I would love for you to go and spend a day in nature on the spring equinox and give a crystal as an offering to a body of water or a tree. And if you do it to a tree, give some like flowers, maybe some nuts or seeds. Like give back to Mother Nature and see how that feels for you. I know it's a tree. It's very woo-woo. I warned you. I tried to warn you. This is my level of woo-woo. Take what you want from everything that I'm sharing and saving, but I'm here to find my people and to build a community of people like myself. So welcome if you're resonating with this. I'm excited that you're here. Tarot cards. I have a deck. You could see them right here. I used to use them very often. Then I took a big break. And then this past week, honestly, literally this past week, I started playing with my tarot cards. And I was like blown away at how much the answers came through so quickly, because I lost a client. I felt like I had been gut punched. And I went to the cards and I asked 6 or 7 questions. And within 10 minutes, I felt at peace. For me, the questions that I asked, intuitive vibrations I got about the situation, like, did they do that because of this? How do they feel about this? And when I checked with my Akashic Records person, she verified that this man was feeling really insecure. And so this was definitely about him and not about me. And it gave me such closure, because that's literally what the tarot cards had shown me as well. Astrology. Yes, you need to be paying really close attention to your astrology. The rotation of the planets in the sky affect your chart. You can overlay your planetary alignment to the current planetary alignment of the world, and it will explain to you why you are feeling mental, physical, and emotional aspects based on where your planets line up with the current chart. So that, to me, like, if I knew that on Wednesday I was going to be really exhausted, and Thursday I was going to feel really energized, and Friday I was going to feel very romantic, I would plan my life around that, and I would have better success. I would feel less anxiety. I'd feel more empowered. I think that the general consensus that astrology is woo-woo and silly and stupid is intentional. I've been studying the history of astrology, and many moons ago, astrologists were on call by royalty, and people that could read the astrology charts were considered some of the most powerful people. Like, I'm talking like up there with like religious figures, because when you could read your chart, you could plan your destiny. And it was a very intellectual study to understand the astrology. So of course it makes sense that now my theory on why astrology is made fun of, because it actually holds a lot of value. Sound baths, sound healings, sound meditations, 10 out of 10. 10 out of 10. I just did one last month with 2 men. One of the men felt it so powerfully, he was like crying for multiple days after. I remembered childhood traumas and worked through and gave forgiveness to someone that used to bully me. I'm skipping ahead a little bit, but I think like sound bowls, like where they like bang and they do all the chimes and like they make all the noises, and your like eyes are closed, and like you go on this like, it's like you're dreaming. The most powerful one that I ever had was in Hawaii. Wow, I like traveled galaxies in Hawaii. It was on Kauai, and I woke up and I felt like I had been asleep for multiple hours. I'm talking like I felt like I had been asleep for 4 or 5 hours, and I woke up delirious and didn't know where I was, and had felt like I had spoken to non-human entities. It was bananas. You're not going to feel that every single time, right? The environment matters, your situation matters, how open you are, what you're feeling at the time. It all matters. But I've had more powerful moments on a sound bath than most psychedelics that I've taken. I'm just being real talk about my experience as a human, and in no way am I trying to condone that you do a psychedelic, but I am condoning that you do a sound bath. 10 out of 10. And you can do them before bed. There's videos here on YouTube. Breathwork, yes. 10 out of 10. 10 out of 10. Again, I've had more powerful healing on breathwork than I have had on psychedelics. After I lost my brother in a very traumatic drowning that I witnessed in front of me on the same day as our mom, very heavy day. After that situation, for the next year, I did breath work every other week or so, and I would have such emotional releases. I would have visions. And me personally, I have to be like on a padded bed. I cannot be on the floor on just like a normal mat, because like I'm just so distracted by my back hurting and my hips that I don't have any success. So if you have any of those pain points, you may want to do it like on a massage table or on like a proper bed or couch, just so you feel more supported. I've done them on this couch. Again, in 2023, when I was healing from my brother, I was doing them a lot. Human design, 10 out of 10. Human design changed my life. Human design is why I have a YouTube. Your astrology also can be a deliverance sector in this information, but human design is another level of astrology. Like, astrology is like 12 houses, and you got houses here, you got houses there, and like they mean things. And trust, there's value in that. You should definitely know your chart. Learning that I was a Libra rising, learning that I was a Taurus moon, so helpful. You know, you just read your horoscope in the daily paper as, you know, your sun sign, and you're like, okay, it doesn't really resonate. It's when you add the big three, sun, moon, rising, that you really start to learn about yourself. But human design tells you how you want to work, like what hours you prefer to work, if you want to work in short bursts, if you do better like really channeling in and like coming up for air 5 hours later, you work better around people, if you work better one-on-one, how you want to be talked to in relationships, how you want to raise children, what your soul's purpose is. Literally, human design tells you. Human design, when I got my chart read, he was like, yeah, you're meant to like share your story and help inspire people and like motivate them and like have them heal through seeing your story. And I was like, huh? And the rest is history. Now I'm a public speaker. I wrote a book. Like, it's all the things that I felt intuitively inside my being, but I was also very like shy to admit and had imposter syndrome that was something that people would want to actually witness and like watch me. And now I have a community of like 13,000 people that watch. Human design is so great. 10 out of 10 recommend. 10 out of 10. And the 10th one, the one that I find I do the most often, the one that I lean on the most, the one that I can do anywhere at any time, and trust this, I do, meditation. Meditation. I cannot stress meditation. It's a 15 out of 10. I will, when I'm sick, do 3 or 4 a day. When I am feeling spiraling, I will do as many as I need. I do them in the sauna. Yes, I wear earbuds in the sauna. That's probably really bad for my brain. But hey, I'm a human and some people eat McDonald's. So to each their own. The one I listen to is bilateral beats. So it's like wom, 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 wom. So it's best to wear headphones because it's meant to alter the brain waves. When I come out of it, I feel like I've slept. Sometimes I will fall asleep in the meditation. Don't worry, your subconscious is still listening. The one that I listen to doesn't have a lot of words. It's not like a motivational speech like Headspace. What it is it'll be like the sound of someone like walking on gravel, someone humming, birds chirping, and someone walking through a creek. It's just random noises that like make your brain take its own trip in a sense. And I find it to be so powerful. And it is the number one thing that I recommend that you do the most often. It doesn't have to be the one that I use. I'll link the app that I use below. I've been using this same app. It is 2026 today. I've been using it since 2018. That's how much I love this app. And I paid for the like full version in 2018 for like endless use. I think it was like $200. I've got my money's worth, sis, let me tell you. I'll do it on an airplane at takeoff. I will do it in a hotel if I'm struggling to fall asleep. I will do it in my car in between appointments. I will do it anywhere. I will go in a bathroom and I will do it. I will do it at a doctor's office. Like, I do not care that people think it's weird I'm sitting there with my eyes closed. I do not give a flying, and you shouldn't either. And as a bonus, I'm gonna circle back to something I was referencing before. In no way am I telling you to partake in psychedelics, but I do think there is a huge benefit to psychedelics. I've done content on Cambo and Bufo and Aya before. I have opinions about those. I in no way want to influence you to do any of those. I do think that they have woo-woo powers to them. Highly recommend. And once you do a psychedelic ceremony, you can never be closed again. You will forever see the world, the program, the system, all of it. You will never see it the same way ever again. So fair warning, once you go, that rabbit hole, just you can't get back out of the hole, sis. I had an ex who was like, yeah, I want to do it. And I know that post doing it, he was like, why did I do that? Life used to be so much more simpler, because you see things in more of a variety of colors, right? Like, you don't just see red, you see crimson, and you see red mixed with purple, and you see so many different shades of what things are. That's my woo-woo rant for today, this week. I hope you enjoyed this. If you'd like to see more content about this, I would love to talk about this more. Please put it in the comment section below if there's any specific questions that you have. I will be doing a live. Generally, every Sunday morning, I've been doing a live. I think it's a really good time to live stream and set intentions for the week. So I'd love to have more like woo-woo conversations, and I usually have the comment section open, so I'd love to hear your comments so I could talk about them in real life so we could have a conversation. Thank you so much for subscribing. We love subscribers on this channel. YouTube is going to share a video that it recommends that you watch. Don't forget to subscribe, and here's my website if you want to sign up for coaching. Love you, my friends. Talk to you soon. Bye.